Now, the Kansas City Chiefs? They're playing chess, not checkers. They set this game up from the start. They rested their players, and it's obvious they weren't taking this game seriously. I know Carson Wentz could have played better than this, but the play calls were lazy, and they basically handed the Broncos this win. And speaking of the Bengals, their playoff hopes are officially done. They're out. They're not going to the playoffs, and they'll be watching the Super Bowl from their couch. If you look at what the Jets are doing, it looks like they're going to beat the Dolphins. So all the Bengals needed was for us to beat the Broncos, and now that's off the table. It's over for them. Ha ha, Cincinnati, you're out. No playoffs for you. You really thought you were going to make it after those lucky wins, huh? Well, sorry to break it to you, but in the NFL, you've got to win more than 9 games to make the playoffs. If you didn't know that before, now you do. We've ended your playoff hopes twice this year. First, we completely sold out this game, and that crushed your chances. But remember, we also beat you earlier in the season. If the Bengals had won that one, they would have had 10 wins, and they'd be in a much better spot. But nope, we beat them even though Patrick Mahomes had a terrible game. 2 interceptions and less than 160 passing yards. We still won, so what's their excuse for missing the playoffs? The Bengals didn't play well this season. Burrow wasn't the problem, though. He's been decent. But the Bengals? They've been a mess all year. They lost to the Patriots early in the season, then lost to us and started off 0-2. After that, they were pretty much done. They ended up 0-3 with a loss to the Commanders, won against the Panthers, then lost to the Ravens. Not a good look. So, the Bengals? Yeah, they've been getting cooked all season long. But I've got to give credit where it's due. Joe Burrow had an MVP-worthy year. He put up some incredible numbers: 4,900 passing yards, 43 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. If he had a better team record, he might have actually won the MVP. But sadly, those stats didn't translate into a playoff spot. And that's what makes Patrick Mahomes look even better. He didn't need to put up crazy stats like Burrow to lead his team to success. His team finished 15-1 because Mahomes did exactly what he needed to do in key moments to win. That's the difference between the Chiefs and the Bengals. The Chiefs know how to win, and they have that championship mentality. Now, let's be real. The Bengals only even owned us because of that fluky AFC championship game. We literally gave that game away in the second half. I still don't know how we lost it. After that, the Bengals went on to lose to the Rams in the Super Bowl, proving they were never really the powerhouse team people thought they were. I'm glad the truth is finally coming out. Hopefully, some Bengals fans will watch this and realize it too. I really want them to hear what I'm saying. I'm not just talking trash as a Chiefs fan, but it all makes sense when you think about it. It's not even about being petty. When a team eliminates you from the playoffs, it sticks with you. After we beat the Bengals in the AFC Championship, when we finally got our rematch, it's like when a team comes into your stadium, Arrowhead, and embarrasses you with a complete second-half turnaround, you're going to remember that. No matter how many Super Bowls you win after that, you'll never forget that the Bengals did that to us. So, knocking them out of the playoffs like we just did? Honestly, it feels like the best thing that could have happened. As for the Bengals' future, I just don't see it. They've got a great offense, but I can't see them going anywhere long-term unless they make some changes. They probably won't want to get rid of Jamar Chase, but they might have to think about trading T. Higgins to strengthen their defense. This all-offense approach isn't going to cut it for them, especially with Lamar Jackson in their division and teams like the Steelers with tough defenses. And don't forget the Browns, who've upset them before. Then there's Lamar Jackson, who's basically playing like today's version of Aaron Rodgers, but with a lot more elusiveness. That division? It's Lamar's. The sweep this season just proves that. Lamar Jackson owns that division, and the Bengals, they're in trouble. Now, this video is different from my usual ones. No stats, no deep analysis, just straight talk. The Cincinnati Bengals are done as a franchise. They've been running their mouths all season, trash talking, saying things like, "Don't let us sneak into the playoffs." Well, guess what? We're not letting you sneak in. And hey, I'm recording this while the Chiefs are down 24-0 to the Broncos. If we somehow come back, I might have to delete this video, but that's not happening. There's no way we're coming back with Carson Wentz and a bunch of backups out there. So let's just face it, the Bengals are out of the playoffs. Maybe next year, Bengals fans, but for now, it's over. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video yet, but one thing's for sure. We've officially ended the Cincinnati Bengals season. Alright, so the point of this video? I want a bunch of Bengals fans to come to this channel. I want to see them cry. I want to see them rage. And yeah, I want them to throw all kinds of hate my way. But here's the thing. I want you to have my back in the comments, like always. But this time, we're defending ourselves against Bengals fans. This is going to be a fun one if it gets the usual number of views, so let's see how the comment section blows up. I know you're ready to have some fun with this. Let's troll those Bengals fans because at the end of the day, everything in the NFL is a competition. And for the Chiefs, they've been sitting back having to watch all this play out. They needed us to beat the Broncos for them to get into the playoffs, and they really thought we were going to do that for them. Nah, that was never happening. If they were paying attention, they should have known they were out of playoff contention since yesterday. Honestly, they should have just accepted their fate when they lost to the Steelers. At least there's no Monday game, so now we get to see the full playoff picture after today. Tomorrow, I'll be back with a Bengals video and some playoff predictions, of course. And yeah, I've got the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl again. But as for the Bengals, they're in serious trouble. No playoffs for them. It's over. The Bengals are done. No hope left. Let's go, Chiefs. Let's get this three-peat and win another Super Bowl. And please, stop with the "don't jinx us" comments. I've been calling the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl for the last 2 years, and guess what? They did. So no, I'm not jinxing anybody. First of all, jinxes don't work against Patrick Mahomes.